Swala la mabadiliko ya hali ya anga barani Afrika. Miongoni mwa masuala yaliyojitokeza ni je, Afrika inaweza kutoa suluhu au itaendelea kudai msaada wa kifedha kwa kukabiliana na changamoto hizi? Tuvuke moja kwa moja tusikize yanayojiri.
Yeah, in February the AU summit is coming. Then of course we have the AMSEN meetings that happens every year, which is attended by environment and climate ministers from across the continent, and which actually is the one that determines Africa's position in these things. So it's important that you understand, what is the AMSEN position, when is happening, what do they agree on, because that will build on Africa's position on the road to BAMBA. The Africa Climate Summit 2.0 is very, very big. If Nairobi gets to host it, it becomes even bigger. But the fact that Nairobi will lead in setting up the secretariat and organizing it, it doesn't matter which African city is going to host it. But obviously, if you remember, we had the Nairobi Declaration that built onto Africa's position as far as this investment inflows are concerned. Therefore, Africa Summit 2.0 is an opportunity again for us to advance or change the narrative on climate change. South Africa is chairing the G20. That obviously has implications on how the continent manages its posture on the global stage. And one of the things that I noticed in the agenda when South Africa presented its agenda was that they are going to be very, very heavy on adaptation, health, agriculture, all those things that are related to climate change. And therefore, it's an opportunity for us to interrogate what South Africa chairing the G20 means for the continent. There is the Bond Conference. I think it happens in June. I'm not sure. Yeah, the Bond Conference in June. It's also important, again, because that also, highlights what the rest of the year is going to look like, even before we travel to Brazil. And the World Bank Spring Meetings in Washington and the United Nations General Assembly in New York also offer us opportunities to just start measuring the temperature as how the world is thinking and where it's heading. And then of course preparations for BAMBA itself, which for a lot of people is going to be.
Na mtazamaji, moja kwa moja kutoka hoteli ya Stanley ni taarifa ambayo tutakuwa tukikuletea kwa njia iliyo kamilifu kabisa katika taarifa zetu zifuatazo. Huyu akizungumza akiwa ni mhariri Bernard Mwinzi. Mbali na hao mtazamaji